players, Kevin with the Rogue Deck Builder. I'll come here with match number 3 with our Waste Not Unearth. Yes, we'd like to play first. It is definitely... Yeah, this is actually nuts. We're going to keep it. So if we can get this Liliana's Caress to stick, and the Burning Inquiry does not find, or the Dark Deal does not, or Burning Inquiry does not find the Dark Deal, we should be great. So I'm going to go ahead with the Blood Crypt and put into play tapped, and then pass the turn. We also have an Izzet Charm. Looks like we're going against a nice little Delver deck ourselves. So we're going to feed him his graveyard. And there's another Burning Inquiry. So I think we just caress here. Oh, this is just insane how much damage I can do next turn if both of these can hit. So I think I just want to go get my blue source here. And we'll Burning Inquiry. You need to take 6 life here. And Deceiver, Exarch, Snapcaster, Mage, Remand. It's going to be Twin, actually, huh? And we were actually okay with another Burning Inquiry. See, Waste Not's just so much better. And we find in his graveyard Cryptic Command, Snapcaster. So he's down to... And now we have a Snapcaster. There's a Waste Not for the following turn. He's down to an 8 already. And we have a Snapcaster Dark Deal. So if he does 1 more damage to himself, he's dead. This deck can do some crazy things. So Grixis Twin. Kind of just want a Spectre or just run out a Scourge Devil. And then we have Snapcaster Bolt that works. We just have Snapcaster Bolt anyways, though. So I'm just going to pass the turn rather than go for any sort of kill. Because if he Pestermites here, now we have to bolt off the Pestermite. Which I hate doing, but it's definitely the correct play. Because now next turn we have the Scourge Devil. That can be unearthed and swing in with Snapcaster and Scourge Devil. And he's going to... He can't dig through time. Like, he's going to dig through time, but that's bad. It's going to be Tassiger here. Still threatening a... Okay, he can't threaten a Twin next turn now. So I might just hardcast a Spectre, depending on what I draw into. Counter Squall is really nice, actually. So I think we might just Waste Not and then Counter Squall. I don't want this to go on too long. Like, I could, if we unearth this guy, we do 3 damage to him and take him. Yeah, I think it's actually just going to be, while we have an opportunity, we'll Spectre and then pass the turn. And now he's got to deal with it. He might have a remand in his hand. But then this next turn, this sets me up to drawing into a land, or if he kills the Spectre by unearthing the Spectre and then keeping up Counter Squall. So he does have to bolt off. That's fine. That works out very well. And then he Thought Scours himself for some... There's another Deceiver Exarch in the drain. So I'm thinking he's got a Splinter Twin in his deck. We have the Counter Squall. Another Snapcaster Mage. So do I want to go Snapcaster Mage, Burning Inquiry? Just trying to go for the kill here, or... I think what we do is... Oh. Absolutely not with our blue source. He's going to Deceiver Exarch. And I can't Counter Squall that, though, unfortunately. He's going to tap... Awesome. He's going to tap down the Spectre, which now gets exiled. So now we have the Counter Squall and then Snapcaster Burning Inquiry. But he does have Remand or Mana Leak mana up, is the problem with the Counter Squall. So, I mean, he's really got to have the perfect hand. If he's got that last Remand or Mana Leak. Okay, well, that's that. As we get beat by the Twin, but wow, he only had one card left in his hand for that to happen. A Remand, 2 Deceiver Exarchs, and handled a Pestermite. And he still had that Splinter Twin. So anyway, we'll go to the sideboard. We could run... We're going to run Vapor Snags and Dispels and Terminates and Counter Squalls. I'm not too sold on Lightning Bolts. They don't do enough, in my opinion. They can kill a few things. I kind of like cards like Rotting Rats even in this. But in Scourge Devil, anything that gets value is something I want to play with. So what cards are weak in against his deck? So maybe it is Scourge Devil and Shaman Remains that need to go away. Or even Gravecrawlers. I don't know if Gravecrawlers put him enough pressure. Specters are good. Commands are good. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Scourge Devils and the Shambling Remains, and then one more. I think just like a Whispering Madness is going to have a hard time. I don't know why. This card seems weird to me to begin with. We'll submit this. That was close, though. That was an incredibly close game against Twin. This is a great hand. It's okay. We'll keep it. Got a Waste Not. We have a Thought Scour. So I'm just going to Polluted Delta and then pass the turn. So he's got a annoying card in his hand. Spell Snare. So I'll shock myself here. It's worth it. And Thought Scour myself. And, there goes my Burning Inquiry. But there's Angler. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can actually cast an Angler, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then just try to keep it up. So I could go get to the basic mountain here, not lose any more life, and be okay on life total. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we'll cast an Angler. And there's a turn 2 Angler again. Hope it's not run a Vapor Snag. I will definitely cry here. No, he's going to Thought Scare himself and finds a Bolt in the polluted Delta. So I was thinking that he was keeping it up for... Yeah, there's probably a Spell Snare in his hand. So Inquisition can get the Counter Squall, and if he's got the Counter Squall, we pretty much know that he can go off. That's the beauty of running the Grixis version of Delver, is you can be proactive about your combo. You can run Inquisitions and Thought Seizes, and then get rid of their counter magic. So I'm probably end up going to get 4th turn twinned here, unless I can outrace him with like an Angler. So we'll go ahead and attack in with the Angler. Get him down to a 13. And then cast a Spectre. And hopefully draw into something to interact with him here, but he might just have the combo again in his hand, and that's just unfortunate if he does. There's a Snapcaster Mage. Unfortunately, we did not get the land for it, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack in. Now, I can Thought Scour myself and hope to draw one counter Squall or a Terminate. And he'll tap down the Exarch because he knows I don't have... Okay, that's fine. And then we'll get in here with the Spectre. And he'll have to discard a card. But it's probably something that doesn't matter at this point. So yeah, we needed to draw a land there. Well, no, because we drew Snapcaster. We need one more land here to have Snapcaster's Counter Squall. So let's see if he's just got the natural twin. He does not. That is very, very good. So in a turn, I can Thought Scour myself. See what we would have drawn. Wouldn't have been. It would have been a Blood Crypt. So now we have Snapcaster Counter Squall, which is really good. See, he's got another Deceiver Exarch. That'd be my guess. Sure, this Spectre's going to get bolted off or something. See, the more and more I'm actually... No, I think I want Waste Knots, Liliana's Caresses. I don't know. Dark Deal seems a little bit... I wish Dark Deal was a little cheaper. So he's going to Electrolyze. I mean, here we go. I could Snapcaster's Counter Squall this. I think I'm going to do it. Because he didn't have the twin combo last time. So we can go get a Steam Vents. No, we'll go get a Blood Crypt. And we'll Snapcaster Mage. And Counter Squall. Other than he might have a Serum or a Spell Snare. In his hand. Yeah, I totally walked into that. That was really stupid of me. So he could just now safely twin, which he probably had and he was worried about that last time. Or he just doesn't have the twin, which is pretty unlucky. And well, he's only drawn 16 cards. And now he's got a block. So here we can go I could go Waste Not Dark Deal. I could do a lot of stuff. I think what we're going to end up doing is we're just going to shock ourselves here. And we will unearth the Spectre. And then see if he's got another Deceiver Exarch to tap down the Angler. He'll bolt it off. And now he's got a block. The Exarch's got to block the Angler, right? Guess not. He'll Snapcaster Mage. Lightning Bolt off. He'll block there, block there. And then he's going to be able to Lightning Bolt off the Angler. Two cards in hand. I think what the right line of play, I mean, he's saving that bolt for the very end. So it is just going to be casting Spectre number 2. And now he can decide where he wants the bolt to go. Okay, he does want the bolt to go to the Angler. And let's hope he doesn't have that twin in 2 cards left in his hand. He still does not. Not liking to see that land. We do get to cast a Waste Not here, which gets remanded, draws him a card. I'm going to go ahead and tutor up my basic swamp, and we'll do it again. And just hope he still doesn't have that twin. So it's going to hit, and then he's got to decide where he wants the... So it was a negate. So we get to draw a card here, which could just be... Ugh. I was hoping it would just be a Lightning Bolt to finish him off. But it is not. So let's just hope we avoid that Splinter Twin. One more draw. He gets the Inquisition. And I guess take a Dark Deal. And he just scoops there. So, all right. Woo! Twin is just nerve-wracking to play against. Yeah, Shaman Remains with Lightning Bolt's really not that great of a card. Neither is Scourge Devil. They both just die. Oh, I need Murderous Cut in here. That's not wise. Again, Rotting Rats can be kind of cool, I guess. But what is the card that we need to get? Call in the Netherworld. Do we need to get anything? Yes, I need to get stuff back. Caress. Going so deep on Caress and Waste Not might not be the right play. I'm actually going to take one Waste Not out. No, I can't do that. Again, it's going to take a lot of messing around with this list. I think Gravecrawler's actually quite weak versus him. So we're going to take out 2 Gravecrawlers, and we're going to bring in I think just 2 Rotting Rats. Because they can make him discard a card. Or we could go like another Call of the Netherworld or Grave Scrabbler over Rats. I'm going to try the Scrabbler. I think its Madness cost is really hard for it to cast. I'm just going to go with the Rotting Rats. This is keepable. This is a pretty good hand versus a twin deck. He's going to shock himself, keep up. He's going to Serum Visions. All right. So first turn, we can just Watery Grave into play tapped unless we draw into a Thought Scour. There's a Dark Deal. Doesn't change anything. And now we have Terminate and Counter Squall. So we'll just Bloodstain. And he'll Thought Scare himself. Finds a Terminate of his own, a Deceiver Exarch. The more of those Deceiver Exarchs out, the merrier. I'm thinking he might have got rid of the Pestermites as they're too vulnerable. But he could be going for like a crazy turn 3 Tassiger here. Which I'll terminate if that's the case. So end of turn here. We'll fetch this up for a Blood Crypt. And I guess just play the island. See what he wants to do here. So not going to go for it, which is smart. He's just going to try to build his mana base. Finds a Tassiger, which is awesome, and a bunch of useless stuff in the graveyard. Lands that he doesn't need at this point. Desolate Lighthouse, okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up Thought Scouring ourselves. And a turn here. And we find a Dispel, a Thought Scour, and a Waste Not. Angler's kind of weird. We have a Vapor Snag now. I think we just actually just shock ourselves here and pass the turn. See if he lighthouses. He is going to lighthouse. And just chucks a mountain away. Now I'd like to continue to hit into land drops to play this whole land go route. He's an Inquisition, which I think just deserves a counter squall. And he's debating whether to remand it or not. And he's going to negate that. Okay, so that actually hurts big time. As this is going to get rid of either... Well, I just gets rid of the Terminate here is what I would do. But I still have a Murderous Cut that he can't touch. And that's a negate out of the way, which if he's going to try to string a Splinter Twin and hold up the mana, that's now a negate he can't use for that. He might just have a remand still, though. But I'm going to have mana up for Vapor Snag. What he did, he took Dark Deal. That's a card that I wasn't planning on using for a long time. Now I think I can safely just Angler. Yeah, we can definitely safely Angler here. And then we need to keep up 3 mana, so I can just use this. And then we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As the Angler will put some pressure on him. He's going to remand it. Okay. Well, now this allows us to cast a Spectre. And then Serum Visions, he's down to 30 cards, or 33 cards. Gotta think he has to have a lightning bolt in his hand. I'm running pretty low on fumes of what I can do to interact with his deck, though. An Inquisition's going to be able to get rid of like a Vapor Snag or a Terminate. Yeah, that hurts. We still have the Reverse Cut and the Vapor Snag, though. He still has to bolt off this Spectre. Now we have a Counter Squall, so it's just going to be Spectre. And there's the Bolt. Okay. And I could Angler here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and still keep up a Vapor Snag. But no, you know, I can go all out on an Angler here and keep up a Vapor. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So need to tap for a black, and then just keep the Spectre in there. So see if this gets remanded. All right, it hits. So Angler is out to threaten. Look at his graveyard. That is insane. I do have to worry about like a Snapcaster Mage, Snapcaster Lightning Bolt. There's a Snapcaster of our own. I'm thinking the absolute right play, though, is just to unearth the Spectre. And attack in. And he's debating what to do with his last 4 cards. So he's going to Colgan's Command, returning Deceiver Exarch back from his graveyard. So here I can counter squall this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna counter squall this. Yeah, and that's probably going to be the deciding factor. Because now he's discard another card. He's going to be down to really low. Down to a 5, and he has to discard a card. So there's a Serum Visions that he discards, which could have helped him dug. We still have a Vapor Snag up. Which can actually be used for like Snapcaster, bringing back a Snapcaster Mage for whatever reason. And we have Snapcaster Counter Squall, which is really good. So there's another Spectre, but it's just going to be attacking with the Angler and see if he has anything. There's Deceiver Exarch. Sure. Taps down the Angler. That's fine. And we'll pass the turn. He's still actually struggling on lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 in his graveyard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 total out of his deck. So he's halfway through his... I don't know how much Twin actually uses. But we're just going to wait him out. See if he's got another Exarch in his hand or something. And nope, there's a pesky Exarch out of the way. And I'm sure he's going to use the Lighthouse to loot then to try to find something, anything. Electrolyze me just to draw cards. Yeah, I'll let that happen. That's fine. And I don't think there's any rush to cast like a Spectre here. If I start getting more mana, of course, we can do that. See if it's Inquisition number 3. Because that's getting very annoying. No, it is gonna be either an Angler or a Tasigur. So there's Tasigur, which blocks an Angler. But I am just gonna snag it. And if he tries to Cryptic Command it, we Snapcaster Counter Squall yeah. So yeah, this ends up working. I don't think I just Snapcaster Mage at all here. We just attack in with our Angler. Down to a 3, so now he's actually really close just from a Counter Squall killing him off. And here comes another Deceiver Exarch. No, he's going to try to draw for a 1 card in his hand. Just one thing that can do it, which could be a Vapor Snag. And it is not. So, wow, that was an intense match. I'm loving this deck. I think this deck has room to grow too, so please, 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 please sleeve this up. Sleeve this up and play this at your local game store and let me know what works and what doesn't work. Let's make this a thing. So that's my challenge to you guys. Check out Flashback. Check out like Unearth and Madness and anything else, and let's fine-tune this baby. I haven't been excited about a deck for a while. I know this does feel a lot like Delver, and maybe just running Delver is just more consistent, but man, I've had some fun with this deck. It just has a lot of tools in it to get the job done. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.